Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Coffee Talk. I know that we'll be small in attendance tonight because it's the holiday. So I hope those of you who are here have an awesome and wonderful New Year's Eve. But I thought we would do another one pot meal and take a few minutes just to chat and appreciate each other. So I see we've got both our moderators, Airfryer Auntie and Attila tonight. Sharon has joined us. Hungry Heath is here making more spices. Marion Roberts, hey, nice to see you. So tonight it is a holiday, but that doesn't mean I'm not having a coffee. But I thought since I've got 9 million things, and welcome Gigi's here, I'm going to use my final press. The final press, if you don't remember when I first got it, is a single serving individual French press like device. It comes with a single serving micron filter, and I've already put my coffee in here. And then for the plunger, it's this nice little stick piece, and it has a screw, but when you plunge it, you'll tighten the screw and that'll hold it down. But if you loosen it, it's back up. And we're just going to screw that right on here, and we'll give it and it's going to take its time to brew. But I thought it's just like, this is exactly the perfect time for such a device, because look at this mess here on my counter. I got everything that you could imagine. So let me go ahead and get this going. I have my water already preheated, and hopefully I don't make a mess reaching over everything. Like, I probably could just bring it over close to me, but did I do that? No, of course not. But there we go. And that's basically everything to this. We're just gonna give it a little bit of time to brew. I have to occasionally swish it around in the liquid. But yeah, so that's it for here. And in a couple minutes, we'll give it a couple little squeezes to help extrude the coffee. But you can see just moving it around helps brew it already. So let's see. Let's see. Back and forth. Gigi's here is asking how Shauna's Christmas was. I hope everyone else had a good Christmas, or solstice, or Yule, or starting of Kwanzaa, or any number of, I think there's like 28 different holidays, so I hope that you are having a good one, or you just got to chill if you don't celebrate any holidays right now. So tonight, I'm going to go ahead and turn my Instant Pot on to saute, and I'm going to make some broccoli cheese soup, a whole stick of butter, and just drop that in there. The Instant Pot has turned on. Let me throw my little butter wrapper. Now, sneaking off the camera there for a second, but there we go. So just let this start to heat up. That butter is going to start melting. And the other thing I have here is one red onion, a small one, and about, I don't know, it was about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, basically about a tablespoon and a half. I kind of was excited for the garlic. Use onions, don't use onions. Use some onion salt, use some onion powder, use some garlic powder, whatever you want. But because I'm using the fresh onion, I'm going to go ahead and dump that in there. And like I said, my Instant Pot's on saute. So we're just going to start that cooking in just a little bit. And get everything out of here. So I wanted to tell you though about this little container after I wash my paws. Sorry about that, but I don't want to have stinky onion on my fingers. Even though it's a delightful smell, it gets really strong on your skin. So give that a little soap and wash. But so that's gonna take a few moments to saute, to heat up and saute. Okay, just double checking it, making sure. So yeah, so this is one part of the slicer, dicer, mandolin that I got. Let me just tell you, the mandolin was divine. For my zucchini that I did the other day, amazing. You could roast the broccoli first, but for me it's unnecessary. It doesn't really do much of anything. It would maybe impact the end flavor profile, but I haven't ever found it necessary in this case. This is a cheater easy one pot, so less steps is better. But so I got this. The mandolin was dreamy. I did my zucchini slices, and they were perfection. When I was shredding my cheese, I took a hunk of the cheese and I used the mandolin and made perfect cheese slices. And then I see on YouTube people using these choppers all the time. They put their onion there and they're just like smack and it goes through. But I am sad to tell you that is somehow not true, because I had to put every single bit of my weight to get the onion to go through. And actually I wound up asking Attila to help me, and also Attila put all of his weight down to chop it through. However, way less tears, so, and the dicing was perfection. So, give some, lose some. I did see that maybe I want to cut my onion into quarters as opposed to halves, and maybe that'll make it easier, but we'll see. I don't know. At any rate, if you don't have an Instapot, then you're going to have your stock pot, and you're going to saute right in there. So it just takes a little bit for your onions and garlic to start to turn. You just want to wait and get them get a little bit started towards that translucent kind of look, and let the butter start to brown. You don't want it to burn, just start to brown. And so that's all we're doing there. So it's super easy peasy. Let's see what we've got going on here. So let's see. More hellos back and forth. Elisa says the broccoli cheese soup sounds amazing. I just really was in the mood. And just so you know, the ingredients. I mentioned the butter and the onion and the garlic. Like I said, onion is optional. The nice thing about this is one of those super flexible whatever kind of things. The other things I have is I have a large quantity of salt and pepper because I'm making a huge pot. I have 4, and I don't know, about another quarter or half cup, 4.5 cups of chicken broth. I'm not good at straining my chicken broth, so there's some sediment in here, so I have a spoon just to stir it all up. And then I have about 2.5, almost 3 cups of cream. So then I have, I don't know, so much cheddar cheese. We're not using all of this cheese. We use about half of it. This was the big giant block of Tillamook medium cheddar from Costco. And like I said, I made myself a pile of slices, and then I also, then I shredded a bunch of it. So this was the results of that shredding. And then I have about 11 cups of broccoli chopped up into florets. And then for my topping, I got myself 2 slices of bacon all crumbled up. It was warm a few moments ago, but it's already cooling off. And that is everything for this broccoli cheese soup. Like I said, easy peasy. Now, the onions are already almost ready. At least it says so much cheese and cream, heavenly. Yes. Now, sometimes people freak out and they're like, but that's a lot of carbs. Yes and no. This is a lot of soup. This is probably 11 servings, so you're actually looking at about 9 total carbs. 9 total carbs for a meal. And tonight, because we went to Texas Roadhouse earlier, I'm having half a serving. Honestly, I'm not concerned about it in any way, shape, or form. On top of that, not only is that the total carb count, the carbohydrates are from vegetables and cream, so it's not like it's you know, a lot of sweetener or things like that that can be more problematic for people. Now, obviously, if you're sensitive to broccoli or you're sensitive to dairy, this is not the recipe for you. But I just want to put that out there, that to me, spending 10 carbs on a meal and actually less than 10 is not something that I am overly worried about. All right, so I've got this pot, and by the way, I'm using the large Instapot. So this is the, what is it, the 8-quart, can't remember if it's 8 or 10. Yeah, the 8-quart Instapot. The regular one is 6 quarts. So it's really big, and I'm short, so I have to stand on my tiptoes. I certainly don't think I can tip it over to show you guys, but my butter is melted and sizzling, and my onions are not 100% translucent, but like they would be there in just a couple moments. And so for me, that's good enough. So I'm gonna get me a, wait, my spoon rest is right here. There we go. Something to set my spatula down. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and turn this saute off. And I'm gonna add my broth. Try not to burn or spill everywhere, which is, you know, is an easy thing to do. There you go. So let me give everything a stir right here. And now check this out. We're like partially there. Let me just dump my broccoli in. Oh, I lost a piece. That sucks. But still, it'll be fine. And I have a leftover leaf. We'll take that out too. Okay, one floret of broccoli is good for the compost. All right, let me go ahead and plunge my coffee a little bit. And let's see. My coffee is looking delightful. And you can see there it was only a few minutes, and I've got like a really nice dark cup of coffee, which, let me just tell you, I'm ready for it. Let's see what we've got here in the comments. Let's see, questions about roasting the broccoli first. I don't know, I lost track here. Let's see. Oh, Air Fryer Nanny says she's going to keep using her food processor or salad shooter. Note right hand straight. Yeah, I use my salad shooter for the cheese, but I don't have any kind of issues using it. So let me get this down. Make sure that your venting thing is, oh, my venter has come on. I don't know, my vent thing is not, they're situated properly. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. My vent freaked me out for a second. I know it comes apart on purpose, but so there we go. And I'm going to put it on high and 1 minute. I know, right? That seems crazy, right? But that's all we need because it takes quite a bit of time to come to pressure. I'm just double checking this. Yeah, okay. We're good. I'm going to leave it alone now. So that's it. Now we can sit here and chat, because that's going to work on going to pressure, and everything else is for afterwards. So, and it will take time, like 20 minutes to go through everything. But once it goes through, then we're just going to let it natural pressure release for like 5 minutes before I release it purposefully. All right, so let's see. That's it. Let's see. How much do I consider a serving? 1 cup. To be honest, I don't know. I just kind of have some bowls, and I know when I use those bowls, it comes out to about 11 servings. It's a little more than 1 cup, but it's also really heavy, so don't let it fool you that like feel like a 1 cup is a small serving. It's probably more like 1.5 cups. You absolutely can use frozen broccoli. I see Sharon has asked that. If you use frozen broccoli, give it 2 or 3 minutes on your Instapot timer. I know that they tell you when you use frozen stuff you don't need to add extra time, but I find that it does in fact impact texture if you don't give it extra time. So let's see. Oh, let's see. Oh, Lisa's asking if I'm having tea. I was like, no, it's a cup of coffee, and I used my final press, which is a single cup, a sort of it's kind of French press. So yeah, and that's what I'm doing right now. My coffee is delightful. Let's see. Air Fry Nanny says a friend gave her a cool bowl for Christmas in between the bowl sizes she has. Nice. Actually, that's very cool. So I have some fun things to share with you while we have to stand around and wait and chat amongst ourselves. Ask me all the questions you can. Brenda says she brought a bag of she bought a bag of broccoli at Costco so she can make a double batch. Honestly, the bag at Costco is about the right size for this if you have the big one. Hey, Happy New Year, Renee. Nice to see you. And there is no reason to ever say you're sorry for being late. Plus, we're early. So I hope that you have some nice things going on. I saw pictures of your lovely, lovely hounds laying with their new heater. That was fantastic. So Lisa says she heard we can put the lid of the Instapot in the dishwasher. Usually just wash the lid by hand. I do put mine in the dishwasher. I take all the parts off of it and throw those into the little bins where you put loose things by the silverware. And then I take the silicone ring out and throw that on the top rack and the lid in the bottom rack. So, yeah, I do use the dishwasher. I don't think that there's anything wrong with watching the end of the Barbie movie. I thought the Barbie movie was awesome and a lot of fun. So let's see. Air Fry Nanny says she has spare gasket rings. I'm just listening to it sizzle a little bit, so that's good. I'm a little worried that I didn't plug my venter in properly, so I'm kind of really paying extra close attention, but it seems fine. So let's see. Lisa says she has 4 rings, Black Friday sale. I do too. I have the clear one that I use with savory stuff. And then I have the red one that I use for desserts. And then the black one that I use for really what I call my stinky things, which would be like making stock. Because I can't get that smell out of the silicone. So like this kind of soup and stuff, no big deal. So I use the white one in here because it's savory, red for sweet, and then the black one for the stinky things. That way I can set it out in the sun to air out, etc., etc. Gigi's asking if my Instapot is 6 or 8 quart. Today for this one I use the 8 quart, but we do have a 6 quart and I do use it quite a bit. Sharon says she has 2 Instapot rings, one for meats and one for veggies. That makes sense to me as well. Brenda says she hasn't tried a dessert in the Instapot yet. My favorite ketogenic cheesecake is actually made in the Instapot. It's a New York style, and it had a crust with the recipe, but I never make the crust. And I just love it because it has the sour cream topping on it, and I really dig that because it really gives it that nice tart sort of tang to it, and that's my jam. Oh, Renee bought a large ham steak for tomorrow and found some smoked pork neck bones, 25% off. Gonna see what she can do with those. Oh, that'll make some lovely stock. I gotta go check out Fresh Time and see if they got the ham steaks that I like in. I didn't see them last time I was there, and I don't know if they stopped making them or what. But yeah, the Temu that has a final press for $8.74 is not the real deal. It is definitely a knockoff. So if you use it, exude some caution and make sure that the micron filter is sturdy enough to handle the pressing and all of that stuff. So be aware that they have some stolen IP stuff on there. Don't ever buy board games from Temu because they are almost all stolen IPs. But yeah, so the ham steaks from Fresh Time that I liked are by Frick, And the reason I liked those ham steaks is because they didn't have any of the bad ingredients in them, which is really hard to find in ham. So, but now they don't have them, and the whole hams by Fricks do have bad things in there. So I have no idea why they're different, but yeah. Oh, Lisa says she's not going to buy it because she has all the fun devices she never uses. That seems fair. I do have a lot of coffee devices, and I tend to mostly use the V60. But tonight the final crust was just absolutely perfect. Oh, boiling the neck bones because there's a lot of good meat on there, but using them to jazz up collard greens. Now that also sounds really good. I would definitely be in favor. So, oh, and Renee says she saw Frick products at H-E-B by the bulk breakfast sausage. Interesting. Attila says the safer rules don't buy anything from Timo. They also rip off the international mail system. Yeah, but some things, I mean, I sort of get it. And also, though, at times there are things that you can investigate and be careful of. And honestly, the import through them, and yeah, probably because they're ripping off the international mail system. But like, you know, jewelry pliers that I'm going to give away at conventions, it's hard to say. It's really hard to go buy 30 pair of pliers at Joann's when you can buy the exact, you know, stuff that doesn't matter if it's garbage. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is probably better as a general practice not to buy a lot of things from Temu, but every so often an importer is just, it is what it is. Be aware is what it is. Be aware. Lisa also says the V60 makes a really great cup. It sure does. It's my favorite. I'm just waiting, and it's just like, so it always takes so long to come to pressure. It's killing me. But I can hear it burbling in there, so that's a great sign. And Ray says that the customer service from Timo handle things better than Amazon. I'm going to say it's probably 50-50 for me. So, yesterday, I forced Attila to go out shopping with me, and one of the places we went to was a new store in Powell, Ohio called the Low Carb Market. Now, it's a low carb market, not a keto store. So a lot of the stuff that they have are not necessarily keto compliant, but they have a lot of cool stuff. And if you like skinny syrups, oh my goodness, they had a floor to ceiling shelving of skinny syrups. Every flavor you could imagine. We didn't buy any of those. They had all of the lupini pasta that I was like, well, yeah, except for that, you know, I'm allergic to the lupini bean, but they also had a couple brands that I was excited about when I started looking at their ingredients, and I'll share those over in the Hungry Heath Facebook group at some point. But I'm going to show you a couple of the things that we bought. So this is a low carb item, and the brand name is No Sugar Allowed. I'm going to bring it so you can see the logo, just in case. Let's see, there you go. No, wrong way. No Sugar Allowed. And this is technically, this would be a low carb item, not a keto item. However, the reason for that is because the total carb count is 10. However, if you net carb, the dietary fiber is 8. And I'm going to tell you that that makes a big difference here, because check out these ingredients, you guys. Almond flour, coconut flour, psyllium husk, organic flaxseed, organic guar gum, an erythritol monk fruit extract blend, pink Himalayan salt, organic oregano, garlic powder, baking soda, cream of tartar. And it is certified gluten-free and made with organic ingredients, gluten-free, no dairy, So, wow. Those ingredients are about the nicest I've seen on any kind of baked good product. And they had a huge, huge line of products. They had cupcakes, they've got red velvet cake, they've got lemon cake, they've got sugar cookies, and all of them, the ingredients were like this. No maltodextrin, no dextrose, none of those things. Guys, it's happening. The steam is escaping. It's getting ready. Woo. Soon it will be to pressure. Thrilling. I know. Look at that. It just sealed. So almost there. The heady excitement. I know. What a nerd, right? Anyways, I just couldn't get over how nice the ingredients were in this brand. And I know that a lot of people aren't thrilled with fiber, but for me, there's fiber and then there's fiber. Some fibers to me are way more acceptable, and for me, coconut flour, psyllium husk, and flaxseed stuff is way more acceptable to me than getting tapioca starch. And not that I won't eat tapioca starch, but you know what I'm saying. I was just super thrilled by that. So it is 8 grams of fat, 10 total carbs, and 5 grams of protein for one slice off of this pizza, and it says it makes 8 slices. I'm totally okay with having a slice of this and then letting everybody else go to town on it. So one of the videos we'll do in the near future is I will make this pizza crust and we'll try it out and I'll let you know. But like I said, if you're low carb as opposed to keto, or if you're in a maintenance phase, check it out. So I was super thrilled. Oh, Brenda says they're moving their oldest to Cincy on Tuesday, so she'll wonder if you'll go through Powell. Well, you might have to make a stop on the way. They are, so far, I was really thrilled with them. So this was the low carb ingredient, or the low carb product that Attila picked out. I said, hey, out of all of these things, pick one. And he said pizza crust. So that's what we're gonna try, pizza crust. Oh, and Brenda says it does look a bit east. They're planning on stopping at Jungle Jim's though. I love Jungle Jim's. I don't know why this is not counting down yet. It still says on, but it's sealed up. But it definitely is, because if I touch the thing, it vented a little bit. So I'm just going to let it go for a minute or so. It'll do its thing as it will. So the other thing I got, and this one does have some things that are not ideal, but this is Lily's Zero Sugar Barbecue Sauce, the smoky flavor. I never, ever, ever see this in the regular grocery. They do sometimes have the Carolina, but yeah. Oh, Renee's asking what time did I start? Wasn't sure how much. I started at 4 o'clock, so yeah, 28 minutes ago. No biggie. Oh, there we go. Just turned to the 1. Now we're really on our way. So, but this is the Smoky Sugar Barbecue Sauce, or the Smoky Zero Sugar Barbecue Sauce by Lily's. So I'm excited for this. Let's see, 2 tablespoons per serving. Calories are 10. Carbohydrates are 2. And no protein, of course, because it's barbecue sauce. But the ingredients are water, tomato concentrate, which is tomato paste and water. And then yellow mustard, which is distilled vinegar, mustard seeds, salt, turmeric, and other spices. Then it has distilled vinegar, natural hickory smoke, salt, modified food starch. That's the bad ingredient, but look how far down it is. An onion powder, garlic powder, caramel color, allspice, paprika, black pepper, lime juice concentrate, tamarind concentrate, cayenne pepper, and sucralose. So, and then Renee's asking if I said what kind of cheese I'm using. Yes, I have Tillamook medium cheddar. You can use sharp cheddar, you can use mild cheddar. This was the cheap block of cheese from Costco, so it's like our everyday cheddar for shredded cheese, and that's why we're using it. So, but yeah, so this barbecue sauce, I was excited. But so I'm looking forward to it. And by the way, if you're ever wondering, liquid smoke is not great. Natural smoke flavor usually comes from granules, and those granules are a freeze-dried product that generally are really nice, and they do not have the maltodextrin and all that stuff in it. So much happier with that, food starch aside. So just trying to put things out of the way. So then, while I only bought this one, this was the sweetener that I've been seeing all over the place. This is by Wholesome Yum. Now, in the past, Wholesome Yum has really promoted allulose. Early on, they did have erythritol, but they've really changed some of their products. And this one is their Bestie sugar replacement, and it is a blend between monk fruit and allulose. Now, this one is also the brown sugar replacement, which honestly I expect it to last me like forever because it's a pretty big sized bag. And I really don't use it that often, but the use by date is 11/22/2026. It's, you know, in 2 years time, if I have to throw part of it away because I didn't use it all, I've got what I needed out of it. Man, I don't know if I can show you this on the camera, but so if you look down here at the bottom, you can see it. Check it out. It's got that sticky sort of brown sugar texture. So I'm super excited because it's a little bit different than some of the others. So, and it's monk fruit and allulose, so you know what I mean. No cooling effect, but it has the monk fruit, so it shouldn't just be soft like when you use 100% allulose. I am so excited. Anyways, the ingredients are Bestie monk fruit allulose blend, which is allulose and monk fruit extract. It has vegetable glycerin and natural flavors. So, you know, I mean, it's a sweetener. Is it going to be the greatest ingredients ever? No, it is not. Hey, Rickwin, nice to see you. You forgot the time. Don't worry about it. It's a weird time for me to live stream, so no worries. By the way, we're down to 3 minutes on the natural pressure release, so we're in great shape here. And I did promise that I wouldn't keep people here forever, so. But yeah, so I was stoked, and they had a whole line, you know, like a shelf about this wide with Bestie products. So I might have to try other ones. It's just that because I don't use a lot of sweetener, I couldn't see spending like, you know, a bunch of dollars on it. Now I will say this little bag is $12, so it's a good thing that I don't use a lot of it, because at $12, I just gotta say this better last a long freaking time. So, but I felt like it was worth the splurge. And it says it's 1-to-1, 1 cup brown sugar, 1 cup Bestie. 1 cup. I can't imagine using a whole cup of anything. So then, Shauna, I was thinking of you. This is the Wholesome Yum Zero Sugar Honey Substitute. I will say, you guys, that it's 16 total carbs, of which 10 are allulose and 6 are fiber. And that is all the ingredients to it. It is Bestie monk fruit allulose blend, which is the allulose and the monk fruit extract. And then it has soluble tapioca fiber, water, and natural honey flavoring. So the tapioca fiber means I will use this sparingly. I have no idea how it's going to last sitting up in the counter or in the pantry because There are every so often I've been like, I wouldn't mind having a honey substitute, but I can't remember the last time I said that or why I really wanted it so bad. So I got it, and we'll try it. But I think it's a very much a very rare sometimes food. But our friend Annie says she loves this honey, and it makes her want to make shrimp. She says hers has lasted well in the pantry. So there you go. This was the other thing. All right, I'm gonna slowly touch this. All right, I need a towel here because I don't want to burn myself with this release. Something to remember is you want to be a little bit cautious when you have liquids in there because they can come up through the vent and splatter everywhere. Let's see, Renee says, everybody send good juju. She's breaking tools to assembly a king bed frame. Been sleeping with the mattress on the floor since she moved because she tossed an old one in the trash. Became a jumbo scratching post. Whew. Well, good luck because it took multiple people to put our king frame together, and I'm not looking forward to when we have to tear it down to put a new platform being built. So, but yeah, so as I do this, I can see that it's getting very splattery. So I'm just being cautious about the release. And Lisa says she always throws a towel on it when she fast releases. Oh, and let's see. Oh, hey, Carrie, good to see you. You almost missed it because I'm early. Yes, that's why I've been telling everybody, and I said it last night on Hungry Heat that I was going to be early today so people could have their New Year's Eve. All right. Hang on, guys. It's going to go. Look at the camera. You can see the steam like crazy. So, and yep, nope, it was scheduled for 4 o'clock. So, but that's okay. We're all still here, and there's always a replay. Liquid says they push the quick release with their cane. Look at it. Air Fry Nanny says she pushes it with a wooden spoon. Renee says, yes, every day she crawls out of bed and feels even older. I hear that. Oh, by the way, sometimes I like other drinks. So I also have San Pellegrino. This is dark morello, cherry, and pomegranate sparkling water. Carrie says the fog was so thick he tried to grab it, but he missed. Oh, the jokes are heavy. Attila's waiting for the dog to flip out. No, he usually doesn't for this. But when I use the immersion blender, you guys, wait for everything to go crazy. The dog is going to flip out. The cats are going to run away. It'll be something. But as you can see, it's taken a long time to release. Because we did it at 5, it's already been releasing for 3 minutes. Lisa says her dogs come running when she quick releases because they think she's calling them. Hilarious. So let's see. Oh, and Carrie's asking what coffee I had. I just had some plain old, you know, I don't know. I had whatever is in our grinder. So I believe it is a Sonoran blend. Could be wrong. I haven't paid attention, but it's a Fresh Time organic coffee. Hey, Warden, good to see you. How's the spice making going? Hungry Heat said you guys were making spices. It's still releasing, you guys. 4 minutes. It's still going. Whew. Attila says dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. So, I'll just tell you this next thing that we're going to do. Eventually, the pressure is going to release. Right now, it smells both good and, I mean, surprisingly, the broccoli doesn't smell stinky like it sometimes can. It almost has a sweet smell. Some of that is from the chicken stock, but also all of those onions and the butter that we put in there. There we go, finally. So we can set the lid aside as we're done now. But here's the thing. This broccoli is too chunky. So let me give everything a stir. Actually, it's going to just mush right up. If your broccoli doesn't mush up to your liking, then you can, and I brought mine here in case I wanted to. Hey Attila, do you care about chunkiness in the broccoli soup? Can you eat some thick broccoli stems? Oh, he says he can smell the broccoli from the second floor. Well, oh well. Let's see, Carrie says the coffee was doing electrical work since it was grounded. Hilarious. So the warden says they're about halfway done making spices, having to rescue Heath a couple times. Hey, that happens. At any rate, this part is also a lot of personal choice. If you want, oh, there's a big broccoli leaf in here that I missed. Shoot, give me my little plate of some sort. No need to waste it. I'll just eat that green right there. Okay, so we don't mind it if it's got chunks, but if you like your soup to be more fine and not chunky, then you're going to use your immersion blender and you're going to go in here and start blending it up. But I'm just squishing it with my spatula. And actually what I'll do is, let me just throw some in here. You'll have to ignore the leaf. Actually, here, we'll just take care of it right now. I don't have my chopsticks, so you see some bad habits here. Delicious. So I've got some florets and stem, so you can see the texture and some of the pieces. I'll bring it, but like I said, so you can blend it if you want and make it smaller. I'm going to pour this back in for the next step so you can see. For me, that is plenty fine, and I don't need to worry about it. I don't mind if I get a bigger piece. I actually like that texture. So here we go. The next step is now we're going to turn that back on to saute. Well, back on to saute. Add our cream, because you don't want cold soup. Make sure I get all the fat that's stuck to the container here. Give that a stir. Now, here's the thing. It is thinner than like a Panera bread because they thicken it with a big old bunch of cornstarch and stuff, and I don't do that. And you can let this reduce a little bit with the cream, or you can keep it, or you can blend up your broccoli some more, or you can put a teeny tiny sprinkle of xanthan gum in there. I choose to do none of those. I find a great satisfaction from just the fewer ingredients. So I'm just letting the cream heat up a little bit, and also I'm going to go ahead, and now is when I add my salt and pepper. All that steam made my salt clump up a little bit. So there we go. And we're going to just let this heat back up and get to a nice little simmer. Carrie says the broccoli looks wonderful. Why, thank you. Also, I see more jokes. Let's see. Oh, the air frying auntie said she was transferring some of the tender spice into a clean container. And she felt like heat because she kept sneezing. Well, yeah, any chili powders, even mild ones, will do that. Oh, the warden just loaded a corned beef into the Instapot for dinner. That sounds good. We haven't had corned beef in a while. Next time it's on sale, we should put that on the list. But like I said, this week we have the meaty, cheesy casserole that we made. That is the recipe from the Hungry Heath channel that you get access to if you are a paid subscriber. So if you aren't a paid subscriber, I recommend it because Shelly and Heath there make some darn good recipes. So, and I just have to laugh because we've been seeing the Stouffer's commercial where they talk about meaty, cheesy, and I told Attila, I was like, does that make you think about, like, it should really, instead of being a Stouffer's lasagna, they should be advertising for, like, late night Taco Bell with that. And then we were laughing because as people were devouring the casserole last night, we're like, this is actually meaty and cheesy. So, I agree. It was definitely very cheesy. I used a lot of Parmesan. So, let me see. I guess I want to kind of like let you guys see, but there's no good way to do it. I can't quite get there. Not quite. So, sort of you can see, but it's all that cream and broccoli. You should know. Yeah. So, once it comes back up to heat, I just want it to get nice and a nice little burble to it. Then we'll be putting about half of this cheese in there. Oh, the warden says they're using the last discount corned beef from earlier this year. Air Fry Nanny says you could kind of see it and it looks really yummy. Yeah, when we put it in the bowl, you'll see it and it'll be nice. So, like I said, I just want it to get to just that nice simmer from the saute function, which it's just taking a little bit because it's a lot of fluid. And Carrie says he could see it and it looked good with the cream. Yeah. So yeah, and like I said, it's thinner than you would get like at a Panera Bread, but I always thought that the stuff from Panera Bread that everybody raves about was disgusting and gloppy. I'm not a fan of gloppy, so this is definitely a better way for me, and it's a more, weirdly, it's a more traditional recipe for broccoli soup. I didn't put anything that any regular person wouldn't put in there. What size was the cheese block? You know what? I don't know. Let me, gosh, I really am not sure. Let me see if I can, I don't know if I can find it. Let me see. I'm looking in my shopping here. Let's see. Oh, let's look at the Costco. Let me see. Oh, fiddlesticks. Where is it? Where are my orders? Your orders. I'm sorry, guys. This is taking me a minute. Let's see. Let's see. View orders. I don't know if it was in here. I don't know. I think it's about 2 pounds. So let's see. Receipt. Yeah, because I don't have my keyboard where I can type words, I can't tell you for sure. It was a big block. I think it's like 2 or 3 pounds. But, all right, so here we go. And I don't want to lose my spatula into the soup, so let me just pull it out here for a second. And Air Fry Annie says it looks to be about a half gallon of a gallon Ziploc, and yes, but also remember that I also made cheese slices for about a quarter of it, so it varies. And now I'm just gonna take the cheese. Oops, I put too much. Oh no, I put too much. All right, but I used about half of that. And let me see now, I've lost my page. There we are. All right. And from here, I just give it a few minutes for the cheese to melt in and incorporate. If you want it cheesier, you could absolutely put more cheese in there. If anybody, Attila, told me that they wanted me to put more cheese in there, I will. But I like to put fresh cheese on top along with my bacon crumbles. Air Fry Nanny says 2 to 7 cups of cheese. Correct. You can use as much or as little as you want. So there. But you guys, look, check it out. It took us about 40 minutes, and that's including a lot of horsing around as we did it. Oh yeah, and Renee says, too much, is that a thing with cheese or even bacon? Carrie says more cheese, more cheese. But, I mean, it has sort of all incorporated in. I did include as if I were putting the whole thing in when I entered it. Air Fry Nanny's asking about some cream cheese. Would help thicken and also taste. You absolutely, if you don't mind that taste, I don't like that tang in my broccoli cheese soup. It's a personal preference, but you absolutely could. I also don't want it to be thicker. Again, very flexible. You can have yours however you want it. But many things you could, it's super easy, super versatile. I am going to add more cheese. Like I said, I think I had planned, when I entered it into Chronometer, I actually included that I was putting all of the cheese in there. So I don't know why I'm being chintzy. I just need some for the top. There we go. But there's my part that I'm saving for toppings throughout the week. All right, now it's looking good. Let's see. Oh, if he had more cheese, he could have so many more puns. Yeah, I bet you could. And that was exactly the right choice because now it's looking just about perfect for me. For me. All right, so what else you guys got going on? Anybody heading out tonight? Are you staying in? Do you just go to bed like usual? Or do you stay up and wait for like people to text you Happy New Year's? What do you do tonight? Oh, Renee says she felt my vibe sending for more cheese. You know what? It absolutely needed it. And now I can turn this off. And let me just go ahead and move this. Here's my scoopy spoon. Since I already dirtied a bowl, no use in dirtying two of them. Serving up. So since this small bowl would be a half a serving, Shauna, you asked me earlier, I'm going to say a serving is about 2 cups because this is about 1 cup. And let me do my little sprinkle of cheese on the top. And my bacon crumbles. Cheese escaped. There we go. And I'll bring it to the camera and hopefully I don't spill it on the floor because that's just like the kind of dumb thing I might do because it's hot even through the bowl. Can you guys see it? Because I don't want to tilt it too much lest I spill it. But there you go. So there's our broccoli cheese soup. Like I said, I talked a lot through it and we're on a live stream, but you can see this was super easy. It was a very, very quick recipe. And you can do it on the stove just as easily as I did it here in the Instapot. Let's see, Air Fry Andy is working tonight, New Year's time and a half, baby. Oh yeah, get that money. Brenda has a party with friends. Their goal is to make it to midnight. Good luck. Attila's had a 16-ounce steak today. That's true. Brenda says Hubs is committed to 9:30. Yeah, I say I'm staying up, but I'll be perfectly honest. Very little chance of that being successful. Let's see. Oh, Dyson will love it if I spill. That is true. He sure would, but he can't have it because there's onions. Anyways, with that little bit of topping, now it is is quite lovely and thick, but also not globular, which is what my preference is. Marion says she's going to bed early as usual. It's hot, so I really want to eat some, but I need it to cool down a little. Oh. So, like I said, it's one of those super simple dishes. I don't know why We don't make it more often because it is easy and it's great to take to groups or parties because it's hearty and no one else is going to bring it. Oh, it's really good. And the little bit of bacon on top really brings it to it. Also flexible, if you want to add chicken in there, add chicken in there. That might be weird with beef, but the bacon or the pork belly would be good. Air fried Auntie is asking how I'm going to store it. Undecided at this moment. I'm either going to put it into a couple of these storage bowls, or I'm going to get it into the individual serving containers and put them all out so that we just have grab and go meals. But probably these containers because they have lids and they'll fit in the fridge. I don't have a lid for this that would work. If I had the silicone lid, it might be worth trying to squeeze it, but there's a lot of casserole in the fridge, so, and plus all our other stuff, my pickles and our eggs. So it's really just too big. Moving it into small containers will probably be the best move. So let's see. Oh, the warden says they already watched 2 episodes of The Defenders, so they'll stay up until they finish or they're too tired to do so. That's our plan. We're gonna look for like the New Year's Eve shows or like the drop, see if we can stream it somewhere. And we'll just see. And then we'll pretend that we're gonna stay up and be all excited, but fall asleep on the couch. And then like right around midnight, hopefully someone will wake up and be like, everybody, it's midnight. And then we'll say Happy New Year's and go to bed. That's the plan. Oh, Air Fried Annie says she feels like she needs some good rectangle storage containers. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. The warden is asking which one she has on Disney Plus if they're the same. Oh, okay. Oh, for watching The Defenders. Oh, and Carrie's asking, what is the Defenders show? Oh, it's a superhero series, Carrie. All right. I need another bite, you guys. Just right. I'm loving it. I'm so glad that this is what I made. So I was looking. I have to show you guys. Sorry, I'm ducking down. But I think everybody saw it already. But if you didn't, this is the new casserole dish, the deep dish. Look how big it is. If you can look, it's the entire width of my hand. It's ginormous. And for comparison, let me see if I can get one. I don't know if I can. Never mind, it's on the bottom. I don't want to dig it out. I was going to show you the regular one, which literally fits all the way inside. So, big families, this Pyrex dish, the deep dish casserole dish, amazing. So, we'll definitely be using it a lot. Alright, so, and Carrie says he's been up since 4 a.m. So probably won't make it very late. You know what? That's okay. Get the sleep that you need. And let's see. He says he doesn't watch TV much anymore, so he was kind of clueless about it. But yeah, that's all right. Yep. Oh, Carrie says he didn't hear me going quackers since I was ducking down. Yeah, I just wanted to show my big casserole dish. I'm so excited by it. I don't know why, but it just absolutely thrills me to pieces. So, hey Keto Simple. Hope that you drove safe and you're on your way to your destination to see your friends. Happy New Year. See, oh, Marianne says she ditched Netflix and got Disney Plus, watched all of the Star Wars, and is now started on Mandalorian. I enjoyed Mandalorian a great deal, but you know which series I enjoyed the most on was the Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was my favorite out of all of them. So far. You know they're gonna make more. Of course they are. It's Disney, and they've got the Star Wars IP. Carrie says the big casserole dish looked so cool. It was great. It was perfect for making enough for everybody to eat and enjoy, and not overflowing my teeny tiny regular 9x13. So, anyways, now that Keto Simple is here, I do believe that we should go and enjoy our New Year's. And I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my broccoli cheese soup. Which, so good. I love when you get something just right, don't you? And the warden says the old one was great too. Airfryer Andy loves The Mandalorian. That's right. And you love Grogu the most, right? Okay. I'm going to go and enjoy the evening with my family. You guys be safe if you're going out. And if you're staying home, well, I hope that you have a lovely, restful evening. And I look forward to talking to all of you in the next few days. See you soon. Bye-bye.